What's up? I gotta ask you guys, what do you think about this Bat character?
I don't know about you, but he's... God, that's cringe. I can't do it. He's a menace.
Hey. Guy thinks he can dress up as a bat and fight crime. What is he? Some kind of maniac?
I just bought some hockey pads to like go help him out.
Oh, so. You're the hockey pad guy.
Oh, no, hopefully nothing bad happens to me after that.
Definitely not.
You'll be fine. Yeah, don't worry about it.
So I learned a word. Can I talk about this, please, or is it too gross?
Yeah.
Is it pussy?
Okay. No. So like I learned about this concept a couple of weeks ago, and it just it's like I can't stop thinking about it.
Wait,
has anyone?
Did Robo just ask if you learned the word pussy this week?
Pussy?
Oh no, Re. I didn't learn the word pussy, but I remembered that I knew the word boosie for Loodle.
Oh, right.
And I was proud of myself.
All right, I gotta go. Bye, guys.
I was proud of myself for knowing what a boosie was. And then I was telling Robo, like, we text about Wordle and Loodle, and I was telling him, like, yeah, a boosie, I guess you forgot what it was for a moment or something. I was explaining what it was, or maybe I was mansplaining. I don't know. But I was like, yeah, a boosie, it's like a boy pussy. Like if a trans person or a gay person is referring to their butt in a vaginal way, it's a pussy. Yeah. And then you explained to me that it also applies to the vagina of a trans man, which I did not realize. So that was a new fact that I learned. So.
2.5 minutes in. 2.5 minutes.
yeah, we're already there.
And here's the deal: is that Danny, who's gonna be a permanent cast member now, is the one. It happens when he's here, and so from the beginning, it's like, so buttholes, right?
Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
I thought G was going to be on today. What's up, G?
G is in the middle of moving, but it's going to be permanente. How you say permanently in Spanish, Danny?
Permanente.
Yeah,
permanente. It's going to be Danny and G. G is in the middle of moving. So
I don't know what G. Can you explain what a spussy is? Because I really don't know. I would love to know.
Spussy.
If I had to guess, it would be a.
Wait, are there some of those that are shaped like S's?
Yours isn't.
Pussy.
Yeah. And they feel like bags of sand.
Wait, what's the C in you guys' acronym stand for? Is it comics? I thought it was comics. But it's not.
Nah.
It's cum.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's definitely cum. Definitely. Let's see how long it takes for Judah to realize he's muted.
Danny, do you know what a cum tribute is?
No, but enlighten me.
But here's the thing. Hold on. Before you answer, Judah, it's actually just a tribute.
This is not the greatest cum in the world.
That wasn't a joke. I'm serious. Like if you're talking to somebody and like you like talk to like someone online, like it's just a tribute. Cum tribute, like that's too much. It's too on the nose.
Oh man,
it's on the nose.
It's on the nose, like in your face, like
all over your face. Yeah.
It's not called a cum tribute. It is a cum tribute, but it's a tribute, and it's when you go ahead.
Okay, so a tribute, which I've been calling a cum tribute, and I think some people do sometimes refer to it that way, it is a. I'm going to read that, G, in just a second. It is a. So basically, if you're like a fan of someone's OnlyFans or like an Instagram model or a porn star or whatever, one way to express how big of a fan you are is that you can take. You need two devices for this. You need one taking the pictures, and you need like a tablet or a phone. But basically, you bring up their picture on a device, and then you ejaculate on that picture while taking a video of yourself eject. Yeah.
Now, to relate this back to comic books, when The Invisibles was on the edge of cancellation, Grant Morrison put in his like writer's letter at the end of the book, he's like, everyone needs to masturbate and come at this specific time, and it's called a masturbation spell. And the idea is to like use all that combined sexual energy to save the comic. And because it caught so many headlines, it did actually end up saving the comic and it kept running. But was it just masturbation magic? That's the real question.
There's no way to know.
There's no way to know.
Wow. I wonder if Grant got flooded with comic
Oh
tributes.
God! You can't just get flooded and then pause.
So, all right, G.
So you know the whole argument that's happening with in the mod chat, in the Facebook mod chat.
I am going to use my platform to shit on Polly's views, but not Polly.
Right. So my wife texts me, and so then I look at my phone and I fub as I do, and I open it, and I'm gonna read text, and I'm like, they simply haven't read it. So otherwise, you assume what? That out of 100% of the people in the world, those that bought the book, I'm like, what is she talking about? Like, what the fuck are you talking? And I'm like, oh, that's Polly, wrong window. Okay, got it. So yeah, funny in my head, I guess.
We did get some explanation of what the.
I'm gonna hey, if you guys are laughing, I'm gonna need you to unmute, Ree. You can't laugh while muted.
What if I just stayed muted for the rest of the episode after that? That would be pretty painful, wouldn't it?
What if you only muted when you laughed, and then it's just complete
zero reaction to anything.
So I just want to kind of revisit this.
I can't. I was really distracting.
Okay.
I was really no.
All right. Huh?
No. That's the comment. So you were telling your story, and then you said, "I'm gonna get back to that, G," and I read it. I was just like,
"Oh, I see." So a puss of undefined gender, generally filled with a white fluid.
Generally filled with a white fluid. That's
the part that's perplexing me.
Yeah.
So a cream pied pussy, like a sperm pussy, like a pussy. Is that the logic?
So it could be a pussy or a
pussy is a
biological asshole.
Hey, Robo, how long do I have to get out of my contract?
You can't.
Right, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just kidding.
It's
Oh, what's up, Dane?
What?
I like how Dane's first comment here is a puss.
Puss.
What's up, Dane?
Yeah, I explained to Dane what a cum tribute was too. I've been explaining it to everyone because it's so so funny.
Okay,
is that the time you start conversations, Judah?
Is there like a protector for your device? Because that's disgusting.
So an ear could be a spussy, an eye could be a spussy, a nose could be a spussy.
Why?
But nobody does those. No. Not just any orifice, any puss of undefined gender. So I would say really there's only 3, right? Vagina.
Okay. I see. Okay. Cool.
That's why those Lord of the Ring people are so excited about this Amazon series, huh?
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right.
I just want to make it clear. I'm not making fun of it, by the way. I think it's interesting. Like, sincerely, not. Yeah. But
I'm just trying to get us away from the splooge.
Okay, so back to splooging. No. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to show.
Yeah. So Polly.
Okay, we will. I like that. But
okay.
Just so I don't know. I think there's 5 people. There's 4 people on the screen. Force Adversity G. Okay, we're all here. This show is going to be moving from Friday to Thursday. And then there's going to be some actual Fandom with Dane stuff happening on Mondays and Fridays, and Beta Boys on Wednesdays. There's a whole lot of stuff going on today. However, we are going to be talking comic books. We're going to show off our comic books. We're going to have a little discussion. And Dane, if you want to jump in and chime in on this, you're more than welcome to. Because
maybe a little news too.
Maybe a little bit of news, but when the X-Men are resurrected, is that a new person? Did the person die, and then that is just a whole new person? Yes, they have the memories, but it's just a whole different person. Or are they the same person?
All right, Nightcrawler, chill the fuck out.
We're gonna talk about that. We're also gonna show off our new comic books. Then we're gonna get into spoiler for Boba Fett, otherwise known as Mandalorian season 3.
The Book of Mando.
2.5.
Yeah,
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get into some Peacemaker, which is honestly outside of the last 2 episodes of this Boba Fett, Peacemaker favorite action superhero thingy.
Damn, more than Bobes.
I have something
Wow.
to say about that, but we'll save it.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
This episode is going to be muy caliente.
Ship of Thesis.
It already started. It started fucking volcano hot, and I don't know how.
Yeah,
we go
dude.
up from there. I don't know how we move uphill from there.
Yeah, dude, it's burned my asshole hot right now.
We shall
So,
discuss this on a show Judah and me are planning. See how that? See
Ooh.
what I'm talking about? See
Ooh.
already a problem.
Shout out to the bots in the chat.
How about you just come on here and talk about it, and then talk about it there too?
That's true. That's
Wow.
true, Dane.
Wow.
You could be talking about it here. Wow.
Peacemaker is dope. Are we doing the boat analogy again? I don't know that it's the same thing. I don't see it as the same thing.
I can summarize. I'm not going to weigh in yet, but I can summarize kind of just to back brief where the discussion has gotten to up to this point. So it started off. Polly was saying the mutants aren't relatable if they're on Krakoa because now they're like gods that can't die. And I disputed. And she said that they could not relate to the reader. So I disputed a few of those points. One is that it seems to relate to the reader. A lot of people buy X-Men every single month. It's incredibly popular. The second thing is that they do die. Every time a mutant dies, they die.
Dane,
Professor Xavier, they explain how it works with the 5. Xavier's not extracting people's souls using magic and putting them into new bodies. He's literally downloaded their minds using Cerebro and then uploads their minds into new bodies that are created on Krakoa. So it is a new...
read Way of X.
Right, yeah.
And that's where they really get into the soul. And because Nightcrawler, right? Like, he's the dude that's like, he was already not cool with his first resurrection when he was brought back by an Amazing X-Men. I think that when Chris Claremont came back.
To be fair, no, that was Lemire, right? The amazing Nightcrawler following like his death in it was a
little while back, but the first arc was all about bringing Nightcrawler back.
Right.
And he was not very like he did it, but he wasn't on board with doing it.
Okay, I have a philosophical question. So this is like a Star Trek thing, right? Where they go through the gate, they disintegrate, and they reassemble on the other side. And it's like, is it the same person? What was that?
I said, what's up, Brandon Best? Yes.
So
my same thing. I was saying yes.
I'm stupid.
Yeah, no. My question is what separates, because like logically you're like that's a different version of someone, therefore it's a different person. But what really separates them from their copy? Like what makes them not the original?
So this is the best way I can kind of visualize it for me. Maybe it's different for someone else, but I look at it as like a computer. So if I have an iMac with a certain amount of data on it, and I completely copy that data byte for byte onto another iMac from the same exact factory, it's still a different iMac. It's a different machine. If I use the first iMac to bash someone over the head and kill them, the copy iMac would not be a murder weapon. The first iMac would be a murder weapon. It's a different thing. Even if it has the same data, it's made out of it's a different thing.
Okay. Here's my counter question, Judah. So if someone gets dementia, does that mean they're not the same person because the sum of their person is like diminished? They've lost the memories of who they are.
I would say that personally. I know that's kind of like not a super sensitive take. I definitely apologize for people who have dealt with that. Like my grandfather had dementia, and I know what it's like. It's fucking horrible to watch someone go through that. I don't think he was the same person when it went in the last few years of his life. Not at all. He had some of the same.
You don't even have to say that. You don't even have to use an emotional example for that, though. Like the person you are at 11 is absolutely different than the person you are at 30, and it has to do with all the development and extra neurons and the things.
And your cells have gone through the full cycle of like you've regenerated your full cells all like what is that?
Yeah, I mean,
7-year cycle, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I read something that's not completely true. Like there are some things that don't like brain. There's like some brain cells that don't do that. But here's the deal. Ree, going back to your thing. I feel like we shifted a little bit. So the resurrection chamber is this other blob of person that's built, inputs the memory, and then is just put on the side. And then you go about here, boom, you're dead. And like, oh fuck, they died. They go boop, and then you go bring the other one back, right?
Yeah.
I think it sounds like it would be different for teleportation because you said what's the difference in it? I would say when you really break it down, there is no difference. It is absolutely the same. It is absolutely the same. I think nobody wants to say it out loud, but you're right. In Star Trek, every teleportation requires the death and the rebuilding of another person with the same.
Which means your story ends.
That's it.
Your story ends.
If you wake up tomorrow and you're told, Judah, that you're actually the copy and your Judah memories from childhood have been implanted, you still wouldn't feel like the copy. It would still feel like you're the original Judah, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
I don't think that right there is what matters, right?
But then he would become the Scarlet Judah once he finds out the truth, and put on cut the sleeves of a hoodie.
There you go.
Just go.
To bring it back.
He has something to say right now.
Just to bring it. Oh, sorry.
I can hear it. I can see your face. I saw you.
Damn it! I was just. You said something. You said something that got me. You said something earlier that got me on a spiral. You were talking about how, and I'm sort of playing the devil's advocate because I do agree with your position. But you said that the who you are as a child and who you are now, two completely different people.
Sure.
And the thing that kind of got my wheels turning is, does that mean? Say what? Yeah, sure.
Clarify that real quick. I do believe it's the same person. I was saying that if we use the dementia logic, then you'd have to do the same thing from child to adult. But I don't. I think it's
right, which kind of begs the question of are you responsible for the actions of a past you under those circumstances? And you would be.
Well, I mean, it's funny because we talked about this on Shameless Plug Beta Boys. We had a whole thing on redemption and allowing people to change and et cetera, et cetera. And I do think that matters. Like I say something last week where I'm like super homophobic and I'm spousal abuse, just craziness. And then I go to people, I'm like, I do a video, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm changed, I'm a different person. No, the fuck you're not. Now, if something comes out that I was fucking super homophobic and an abuser when I was 20 years ago, yeah, like okay, I was a different person. So I also think that we got to be careful with language, right? Just like faith, you know, I have faith I'm always not cheating on me, but is that the same thing as having faith in the unseen, right? We kind of use the same word, but it means different things. I don't think in the case for the resurrection of the mutants and the teleportation in Star Trek, being the same person is the same thing as the youth to adult or the elderly who got dementia.
Well, I want to address what Paul just wrote, but the last thing I'll say on the original topic we were on, the only problem with the resurrection that we have right now is that they can only come as the latest copy of whatever's stored in Cerebro. So if you're missing, like we saw it in, I believe, House of X or Powers of 10, or I don't know, one of the events, there was X-Men that were dying that were not fully backed up. So they come back as whatever the last backup was. So it's like, you don't get the full experience.
That's a big important detail, Paulie.
I thought mine was good.
And if you're reading the current X-Men, that whole thing about like how much do you remember once you are dead is being tested a little bit. And I think they're planting seeds for some bullshit I'm sure is gonna happen in the future. Now for this, the question that Paulie has, to me, as long as they act the same.
Can you just grow up for 2 seconds? Can you just grow up for 2 seconds?
Oh no!
Oh God, Dane! Why are you so immature, Dane?
I started this. I'm sorry.
Can you drop me out of the screen?
Danny on Dane's screen has like a big string of like frosting.
Hey, Danny, finish what you're saying. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Jeez, sorry.
Now, as far as being the same character, I think they are. I think as long as the thing is, like, it depends on who, like, even the writers make them feel like different characters every once in a while. So that's a little harder because it's really about your perception as the reader, right? Like, I've read characters that I'm like, what's happening here? Who are you? Like, even though it's like supposed to be the same character, but because of a new creative team, I think creative teams do more to make it feel like a separate character than this whole Resurrection Protocols thing.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
No, I like that a lot. I think there's some important things to where I mean, like this right here. I mean, yeah, for sure, right? For sure. But is it as a reader? Because you get a context back here. This is the context, right? Whether the original point is whether we as readers perceive them as the same characters. Now, I'm glad you said that because I was going to let that point go all the way through, but I did have something to disagree, not like heavily on, just a thought with Judah earlier, which was, and I kind of am forgetting real time right now. What was it? We were talking about it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, because the story's going to keep going no matter what. Actually, it was Ree who brought it up. Like, would you know? Does it even matter? Well, no, it doesn't, right? But that when he said people die and you're not the same person, then it went from but it doesn't matter to the reader. So I remember what it was. Not being relatable to the reader. Okay, so check this out. The line was they're like
this is ADHD in real time, by the way.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, you're seeing
no,
that.
This is also my brain. It's fine.
And I am all that Adderall. This is pure Robo brain. So it was are they relatable? They're kind of like gods now, right? Because they're eternal. To which Judah says, well, not really. They die every time, which, to be honest, a little pedantic because like they like it's kind of like the Star Trek teleportation. Like, yeah, they are, but we're not really. The reader,
but in this case, it is part of the story. It is an acknowledged part of the concept.
It is, but even so if it's this way to the reader, right? So when I watched fucking Nightcrawler and Wolverine, I remember kind of like, oh my god, like because I didn't really like I had kind of forgot about the resurrection. I just turned the page and they fucking died.
Yeah,
like, oh, what are they? Oh yeah, the pods. Like I remember oh my god. So even as a reader, knowing that death doesn't matter, that they're just gonna come back. Imagine in continuity. Now you're in the universe. You're not even the reader, and you're a human being, knowing that these people never die, knowing that they just keep they become unrelatable, and even though they're dying. They're still like godlike.
Can I counter that, please?
Yeah, of course.
So check this out. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. Krakoa changes nothing because even before Krakoa, when characters would die, they would come back. Every character that dies eventually comes back. Doesn't take away from their death. So adding this Krakoan element doesn't really change the dynamic. They're coming back just like you did before. Just now there's a device to explain it a little bit better. When a character dies in a comic book, they think they're dying. Even post-Krakoa, they think they're dying, and everyone around them reacts to them dying like they died. Look at Kate Pride. Look at when Kate Pride died. Everyone treated it. Everyone treated it like a real death. She treated it like a real death as she was dying. It had the same exact emotional impact as it would have had if pre-Krakoa Kate Pride had died. Because we would all know she's coming back either way.
Especially because for the longest in the first run of this thing, we didn't even know if Kate could come back because she couldn't get through the fucking gates.
Yeah,
right. What does that mean? Does that mean that?
What was the reason? Did they explain that?
They fixed it with those old ladies that those old lady characters. They're funny.
Wait, did they not explain why it wasn't working for her the whole time?
Man, I don't remember the exact reason.
I think they did.
They
did. I just forgot.
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
There's too much. The other thing, I don't know. Are you guys current on the X-Men run, the current one?
No way.
Okay, I mean
But
they're dealing with
it. I think Judah is.
This is gonna be like a little spoilery, but there's a new character called Captain Krakoa because the X-Men are not in New York, right? But humans don't know that the X-Men have resurrection protocols. That's a secret.
Oh.
What happens when a mutant dies in public? So that's all I'll say. I won't give away like who's who or whatever. Just think about that, dude. It's really I'm really enjoying it.
So
Fuck
I don't
it.
think death in comics is meant to give us a feeling of loss. It's meant to give us a feeling of empathy with the characters who are experiencing a feeling of loss. So when Superman died, we weren't sad because we were never going to get Superman again, and we knew we were going to get Superman again.
Right.
We were sad because all Superman's friends, Lois Lane, were sad
Yeah.
that Superman died.
Right.
So if that's the way death is to be interpreted in a Marvel comic, I feel like nothing really changes.
Does anybody think that the death of Superman? That now I'm remembering this with like 14-year-old brain, so I haven't reread it as an adult, but I remember the death of Superman being super emotionally impactful. Like
It was a huge deal. Like Ainsley will probably talk about it.
But was
Ainsley-
it because you thought you were never going to see Superman again, or was it because of how they
was
executed it? With
because- it was a bit of both, I think, because you hadn't really seen a major character die like that before, like especially with that cover, you know, the one
month after month, like it was like
Yeah.
he's not coming back. I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah, it was like a huge deal at the time for people to like try and wrap their heads around, because this, like, how long has he been published? It's a big deal. But Spider-Gwen, I think, was another one. I was talking to Dane about this recently. See, he's commenting here, back when Death mattered. Death of Superman was Ainsley's first comic. She's talked about it on Pride or Die a few times.
What a way
and
to
it was-
start. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
Yeah,
only downhill
for real.
from there.
It's only uphill from there. Like either
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember the death of Superman, just the hype around it. There were articles about it in the newspapers. Yeah, it was a huge media thing too at the time. I remember, like, I guess it is now. It is now again with bloody Son of Kal-El. It's the same thing. It's in the fucking news all the time just because he came out as bisexual or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So like pretty fucking groundbreaking. Death in comics is really fascinating to me because I agree with Polly somewhat in that if you remove consequence, the stakes go down. So I understand that aspect of it, because you do need some, even if you die and come back, there should be some sort of cost, or like, because otherwise all of it is kind of meaningless, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again,
I guess the one thing that I'll say about the emotional weight of a thing is, you know, whether they come back, whether or not it's because you think they're gone, or because of the scene around it. I mean, when I read a book and I put myself in that world, right? And this is why any fiction is emotionally impactful. I'm experiencing it because it's I'm in it, right? And I know these are fake characters. I know, fuck, not coming back. No one actually died. They're just words on a paper, right? So if I really wanted to go that far. So if I'm there and I'm reading the story and somebody dies, even with I'm just going to use the same scene, probably because I haven't read a lot of it, but also it seems like people agree that was a powerful scene with Nightcrawler and Wolverine saying deuces and like saying goodbye to each other. Like those characters, those people, let's say this is real. We're in the world. This is real. They fucking said goodbye and they called each other brothers and they left. And they died, and those motherfuckers are gone. They are fucking permanently gone. That shit is fucking powerful. And the people who came out of those pods are not the people who said goodbye to each other and said, I'm gonna go burn up now. I hope the clone that comes out of that pod is fucking dope. That shit is powerful. I don't know. I think we're good. I think we're still dope.
Yeah. I think we covered it. Do you guys want to see? Oh, do you guys want to hear a sad story real quick? Just not to bring the mood down, but this is actually really sad.
Always. I really want to be more depressed. If you
This will do it. This will do it. So get this, and some of the people in the chat might know this story because I talked about it in Messenger. But on Wednesday, I went to get my comics. Wednesday was a terrible day because
sad music.
So on Wednesday, I was expecting Hack Slash Volume 2, the Big Hack Energy Omnibus hardcover from Tim Seeley. And it said that the package arrived, but it never actually arrived. It was like stolen or something. So, man, I've been waiting for that for like a year. So I was really disappointed. And I did contact Tim Seeley, and he agreed to send me another one, which I have a tracking number. It's happening. So thank you, Tim. You're the man. But The other sad thing is I showed it to my LCS and I had a long list. I had Crossover, I had Geiger, I had Noctera. This is a big week for non-Marvel, non-DC. There's this new one called Heavy Metal Drummer #1 that looks fucking baller, and I've been wanting it ever since I saw the cover. So there are all these indie books that I was super excited about, and I got there, and my dude looked me straight in the eye, and he told me that there's a problem with Diamond, and they didn't get any indie books this week. I only got Marvel and DC, so I had to go home with 6 comic books from the LCS.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
Tragedy. That's rough. I feel like there was a combo of a lot of things this week. I didn't get there in time. I went and picked them up today. He said that he didn't get as many as he ordered, like even less than he usually does. And I got there and I'm like, no Hulk. Like now this scarcity, and it's not even forced scarcity, it's real scarcity. I don't even like the story, and I'm like, okay, I need to figure out how to get fucking the Hulk. I need to figure out what's going on. Okay.
Yeah, you need to pull
Polly,
up the sad Hulk music right now, Robo, if you can.
Polly, we all know that Robo will eventually read Hulk, and I'll eventually read Noctera. But even knowing that, it's still sad that we didn't get them today.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to go. Sucks.
Sad Hulk.
But I do have a few things to show off.
Can you do it in a sad way so that Robo can play this tune underneath it?
Yes, please.
I was born sad.
So, wow.
I shouldn't find that so funny. It's just so relatable.
All right, so here's the deal. At least for like two titles. At least for 2 titles.
Okay,
I
well,
need you to get into kayfabe. I need you to read and describe just one, because it'll get old quick. Your first one, I need you to describe it, talk about it, in the saddest way possible.
So, this was actually a book from a little while ago, 2 weeks ago. Joe Hill's Reign. I hadn't been able to get it physically in weeks.
Sorry, man. I'm not.
But I finally got it. But it's not the variant I wanted. But this one's fine, I guess. Also, only 5 chapters. Write longer stories, Joe Hill.
Well done. I almost cried.
But yeah, no, Pick a Brain is really dope. It is from a story adapted by Joe Hill, or a Joe Hill story adapted to comics. But it's really, really cool. But also, since I got to go to Time Comics, I got to pick up my Bad Idea stuff that I hadn't in a while.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Dude, how good is that Monster Kill Squad, though?
Dude,
it's fucking great.
You know, I wish I could tell you. This is also a sad part. I'm behind on this one.
Oh, Danny.
But the covers got me. Like, the quality of the book, the cardboard. Like, I'm a sucker for these.
Dude, how good? Like, that's Tomas Giorello's art, right?
Yes. Yeah, Tomas Giorello.
Gorgeous.
And then I was also 2 issues behind on my Pirate Queen.
Ooh. Did you read that too?
I haven't read. I don't read comics. Yeah.
Is that the newest one? Because I think that comes like
yeah. The finale for Pirate Queen is baller.
Nice.
These two are the new. I think they're the newest ones, right? Yes,
right? They are. Yeah, you have completed Pirate Queen. You just need to read
it. Cool. Yeah, now I can read it.
Yeah.
The last one I'll show off is this one's also from a couple weeks ago, from Vault. We Ride Titans. Kaiju and big monster mechs. Really fun stuff. I really liked it, and there's a lot of family drama too. I was a big fan of that Pacific Rim movie, and this reminds me a little bit of that. But yeah, that's it. That's all the books, because everything else is from last week, where it's like Batman and DC stuff, or Marvel and DC stuff. A little Freudian slip.
That was a very that was a Danny and that was good.
Danny and slip.
That Batman calzone pizza from Little Caesars is because I know I'll die if I have any. But I want it.
Hi,
want to get a
Nathan.
job there.
I also want it. I'm jealous of you bloody Americans and your cool food.
I want to get a job at Little Caesar just so I can get the stupid hat.
with some
Do it.
crazy bread. With some crazy bread. Hold on, real quick. So we had a lot of people in there. Thanks for everybody who's hanging out. INTS, Polly, Ainsley, G, Force Adversity, Dane. I think that name will change tonight. Maybe after.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think it is tonight.
If anybody who's
Maybe,
in
maybe,
here
maybe.
right now, probably around 10:30. Just
Ooh.
see what's going on.
If you're new to the chat, give us a little bit of a like dog and a follow dog millionaire if you want.
Little movie perp, what's going on?
What's up?
Writer, PR, INTS. If I didn't say that already, thanks for joining us.
By the way, I think we should do this. I think Robo should look up the organ music from Eyes Wide Shut, and Judah, you should try and embody that with your first comic when you're going through them. I like this challenge. I think it's fun.
Okay.
Is it organ music? Eyes of the tiger? Eyes wide.
The tiger.
That would be so dope. I would be happy with either one.
You know how some people go to like you ever know like some girl who went to like, England for the summer and she comes back with an accent?
Yeah,
that's me with music.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Cool.
You ready, Judah?
Yeah, I'm ready.
By the way, chat. Your challenge is to find or suggest a music option for Robo's first comic explanation.
I already have one set up.
Oh,
and Ains kind of sort of suggested it.
Oh, I'm excited.
Let's see.
He's ready.
This is good. I'm really enjoying it, but I like X Deaths better. I'm excited for more X Deaths, but X Lives is good. This is weird.
I've only seen the sex scenes in Eyes Wide Shut, and I would not know how to do that scene. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
I was expecting Judah to run out and get like a face mask or some shit.
Oh no, it's upstairs. I can't. Yeah, that's great. I'll be ready next time. Hey, so this is the famous Reckoning War that Dan Slott said that he's been thinking about since he was a child. Like he literally said, "This is the story that's been in my head my whole life, and I'm finally making it." Which is weird because it's like he predicted as a child that Nick Fury would be on the moon working for the Watcher. So that's pretty amazing of him. I'm just kidding. I know what he means. But yeah, this is pretty good. It has some Surfer. It's kind of like it kind of reminds me of a 90s cosmic comic, which I really dig. Like it's got like very nostalgic vibes, but it's still kind of fresh. So I like that. This is the third thing I've read in like 2 weeks that has Jack of Hearts in it. So like these times they are a changing.
He's a dick.
So this is
right there. Sorry.
Letting it all hang out.
This is the winner of the week. So check it out. Sabretooth. Sabretooth is in the pit of no return on Krakoa.
How many abs is that? I swear there's like how many abs?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I counted the pecs. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, like 8 abs. Yeah. Damn.
You don't have 8?
I do. They're just obscured by other things.
Fat on top of it.
This is the winner, and it's kind of weird because this has all the qualities of a story I wouldn't like. It mostly takes place in his imagination, and it's one of those kind of like mindfuck stories that take place in like imagination dreamland, which I usually just don't like that. For some reason, it just doesn't resonate with me. But this is so good, and I'm not even really super familiar with this creative team, Laval and Kirk. Like I haven't read a lot of stuff by them, but I'm going to start following them around a little bit more because this is very, very good. The art is stunning. I give it a 10 out of 10 for a number 1.
10 out of 10. Perfect comic book.
Perfect comic book for a number 1. I closed this book and immediately thought, can't wait for the next one. So
9.
It did what.
That's a perfect comic book.
Fine. 9. I'll give it 9.5. It didn't like physically develop a mouth that then started filleting me. So
okay,
wow.
That's what I was imagining. I was like, wait a minute.
Wait, did it suck your dick, kid? No. So this, I really liked number 1, and I thought number 2 was just a little bit snoozeville. No Prince Zizor, which was sort of hinted at in the first one, so that kind of gave me a Judah sad face, and just not really a lot of development.
That's when we should have played the sad music.
It just wasn't.
Hey, what
wasn't
does
what I
a Judas
wanted.
hat face look like?
Say what?
What does a Judas hat face look like? Okay, all right. Just wondering.
Yeah.
Drums of the Serpent, Dakota.
So I was reading it. And I was reading it, and I was like,
I was waiting for him to like burst into tears. Just on stream, just start sobbing. Oh no.
This is getting a little. I liked number 1. I didn't love number 2. Number 3 was pretty good, and this is good. So this is like hanging in there. Danny, I know that you were like kind of like, just with bated breath, waiting to see what I thought about this. So yeah, it's pretty good. And then unfortunately, this is my last comic to show, and it's this Woman Without Fear that is a really baller series. I'm straight up loving it. Chip Zdarsky's the man, and G had sent me the Batman Urban Legends trade paperback a little while ago, and I finally got around to reading it. And that's also by Chip Zdarsky, and it's fucking chef's kiss, amazing. I love it. So he's definitely kind of like killing it these days.
Nice.
And yeah, that's it, folks. That's what I got. Kind of a light week. Again, had some tragedy.
In case anyone missed it, obviously didn't care. Dakota's over in the Twitch side of the house.
Ooh, nice. What's up, Dakota?
Drums of the Serpent. Also, Drums of the Serpent. Go search that on IG, and you'll see some dope ass.
Dope art.
G, you're right. That was badass. I stand corrected. That was badass. And I liked that a lot.
Dude, Sabretooth though. Holy shit.
Thank you for reminding me.
Hell yeah.
Sabretooth fucking slaps.
Hey, you know what we haven't fucking talked about yet, because I don't think we had a show last week, is new Saga.
Can we talk about it, please? Can we
Yeah.
After we're done.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Robo does too. Robo took away
Can you
from
just
me.
read it real fast?
Yeah, like, okay, okay, got it. All right. Let's see what we got here.
By David Pepos Ainsley.
Yeah, I got this new one called it's very good because it's got a little morenita and it's muy bonita, and I love it. I didn't read it, but I mean, if anyone knows me, I probably won't read it, but it's okay. I collect them anyway. Yeah.
I was waiting for like Antonio Banderas to pop out in your in your house.
I was waiting for Justin Bieber to mock Spanish-speaking people. So.
Yeah.
Shows up in the background with a machete.
Johnny Trejo's gonna show up. Hell yeah!
Here we go. So we got I guess just
Trejo murdering
Hispanic
Bieber would be
people that
amazing.
this is what's happening. And then Danny Trejo shows up. All right. So I also got Reckoning War.
Yeah.
Dope. I like cosmic shit.
Can we make a rule that if you haven't read it, you have to pretend you have read it and make up something about it?
Well, I got mine today, like 2 hours
So
ago.
what did you think about it? No, just make something up. Man.
Yeah, so Reckoning War. So it's pretty dope. This guy finds a hood that gives him like cosmic powers, and the Fantastic Four are like, nah, fuck that, that's my hood. And the Watcher's like, nah, I'm not getting involved, but I will. And
I
so,
would read that, Robo. Just FYI.
huh?
I would read that.
Yeah, that's dope, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's good. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
So crossover. This is actually the highlight of the whole series. Absolute pinnacle, right? That means it's all downhill from here, which could be a good or bad thing depending on how you feel about downhill.
Which you established.
They did just tease. They teased Robert Kirkman's gonna be on the next one.
What's that?
Like Robert Kirkman's gonna write on the next issue of crossover.
Oh, cool. All right. And then, that's fun. Yeah, zombies will show up. X Lives of Wolverine, the 10 Lives of Wolverine. In this one, he's actually frozen like this on every panel. And he can't move.
It's incredibly compressed.
Yeah, it's super cold. And it's all like just narration about his life.
As he
and
stands in that one
whether
position.
or not he is the same Wolverine as the other ones who've died. That's the whole thing. Savage Spider-Man. He actually goes to the what's the dimension from those bugs for the Annihilation?
Oh,
the negative zone.
The negative zone, yeah.
The negative zone. He gets syphilis there. This is negative zone syphilis. It's actually very insensitive to people who are suffering
Wrap it up, kids.
From negative
Wrap it
zone
up.
syphilis.
Yep. I got this one late. And
Neat.
yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. My brain hurts. Monkey Prince.
Dude, Monkey Prince.
Yeah, Prince, because that's not an S. Like, there's a whole bunch of monkeys in this thing.
I wish.
Is it okay to fuck a sentient animal?
Yeah, because they can give consent. Absolutely.
Okay.
It's all
Cool.
about consent. That's the only reason why. Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you, Robo.
Peacemaker, disturbing the peace. Why? Because I'm a slave to trends and I like the TV show. And I'm like, oh, cool. I've never thought about Peacemaker ever in my fucking life, ever. But since I watched the show, buying the book, it worked. The show's a
Dude, I mean, Carthan is right.
All right, so now check this out. I'm gonna show you all something.
Oh boy.
My friends, you guys know me. I love you all. Do not judge me. I bought Hans,
Oh my god, dude, come on.
the girl who loved the swastika.
Oh,
So we were talking about Jesus Christ.
dude.
Okay. It
We're
is
about to get
not
chip
a
clipped.
pro-Nazi book. It is a weird Christian fundamentalist book where it is about. I'll
Sorry.
say it. The girl gets enamored by the Nazis, and her life goes to shit. And when she refines God, and America, by the way, God and America are like Christian
the same.
and America are like the same thing because they can't ever say just one. They're like, and then God and America. And then her life is all better when she goes back to God and gets to, yeah, that's right, America. That's right. Yeah. So I am definitely going to bring this on a plane and I'm going to read it. And I'm going to be like, what? You hate God now? All right. Yeah, that's fine. Oh.
It might as well be a pro-Nazi book with how badly it fucking handles
it
Nazis.
Is the fucking. I read it out loud in the living room, and Maneater almost divorced me. Like, can you stop reading that? It's really bad. And I'm like, yeah, but just listen. It's gonna get better. I did buy this one. That was supposed to be like the last one. That was gonna be like the climactic one. Like, boom. I got two more.
Read that Swamp Thing.
How good?
That's the only reason why I bought it. So it's about Mephisto becomes a tree. And now,
Sort of. No.
I promise, right? I am going to read this. Promise. But this fucking book.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Stop. I can only get so erect.
It
Stop.
smells delicious, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to do a cum tribute to this stream that I'm in.
You
With
could.
a hard cover.
It smells like leather, but it can't be, right? So maybe I don't know what leather smells like. And it's like, this is good shit. This is great.
That is good shit.
No, but here's the thing, though. You're supposed to read it backwards, and the picture's in the front, so it's confusing me.
Which is a little tough.
Yeah.
But I've also heard that cognitively you absorb more information if you read something backwards because it forces your brain to like pay more attention in some ways or something.
To offset
This one is Korean. It's not called manga. What is it called? Manhwa?
manhwa.
Manhwa.
And it's, the zombie book that the Netflix series is based on.
Which
I
one?
want
Oh,
that.
yeah. Dude,
And my
look,
cashier, the lady who works there, Beth.
Can you
Beth-
show me some art
yeah,
in the inside?
Yeah, let's see.
I want
not the
that.
last pages.
Sorry to
though.
interrupt
Right
you.
in front.
I want that so bad.
You're going too far back.
Ah, here we go. Here's one. It's a dope little
Oh yeah, boy.
swordplay and zombie world, zombie apocalypse, but like good swordplay.
Dude, maybe some shit shouldn't be
My body's
adapted.
ready. All right.
Oh wow, that's gorgeous.
To offset Robo's purchase, I'm gonna go to next time I get to go to my shop. I'm just gonna pick up a few copies of Mouse, take them to my local libraries, and donate them.
Hell
Nice.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Um,
Wait. Dakota, right? I'm actually really listen. If you're right, Dakota, over in Twitch land. Where is that? Boop, boop. There it is.
So that Hanzi book.
Aw.
That,
So I
that
didn't read it
Hanzi book.
regular.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
The
It's not bad.
theme of the
I feel cool when I
the
read it.
theme of the Hanzi book is that the worst thing about the Nazis is that they were not devout Christians.
That's it.
That's what they did wrong. Like if
Yeah.
they had just fixed that one thing, smooth sailing. Like
That
is
so
the
Hanzi,
premise.
the girl who loved Nazis. The whole book. Oh, we're gonna show you one page. We're gonna show
Oh,
you
man.
one page. All
Just for people
right.
just
You know what?
jumping in.
I'm not gonna show.
For people just jumping in, we do not. This is you know what I'm trying to say. We're not Nazis.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to know. Good to know.
Hey, let's see what this is. Hey, if you're just joining us, we're not Nazis. All right, go ahead and. put your book-
I feel like it's worse to say that.
Well, the book has a giant swastika on the front, so it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
confusing. Could be confusing.
Here's the fucked
Yeah,
up
that's
part about this. Actually, you know what? I will show it. I'm gonna show it because it's not graphic.
Can we check the thumbnail?
But I will say this much for serious. I'm being serious pants right now. Alluding to I really found it fucked up. Alluding to sexual assault, right? Nothing graphic, but I'll wait a second if you don't even want to see allusions to it. So remember, no Holocaust in this whole book, but they did do this thing where the Russians captured them because Nazis lost now, and then they left. But then this happens,
The godless Russians.
right? So the Russians, did their deal. No Holocaust. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you guys to check the thumbnail of the video after it's done to make sure that YouTube doesn't capture some specific shots
you
of the book
imagine?
being held
Oh,
because
we would get so many views. Oh my god.
otherwise,
wait,
yeah,
is that where you're going?
It'd be the opposite. It'd be like, hey, so Dane, we don't have a channel anymore, so can we do actual fandom full time? That'd be dope.
I would not see that coming.
Right? It looks like it's from the 60s at the earliest.
Yeah, well, according to this book, Polly, the Russians after the fall of Nazi Germany were, well, you would probably agree, were really, really bad and held their own concentration camps full of Christians and did bad things to them. Yeah, 1976, I think it is.
Also, I just want to, for the record, state that IFLC isn't pro bestiality and animals are actually already sentient. Just go on. Go on,
Fair.
what Robo said before. Yeah.
This is so off the rails. Like the rails aren't even in sight.
What a fucking first day, I'll say.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make it memorable. We try to get a little bit of everything. We want some bestiality, some godlessness, some murder, some.
That's
What
right.
have we missed?
Come tributes.
Yeah.
Contribute. Don't forget about those.
There's a few people. There's a few more people in here than there were last time. We got permanent cast members, Danny and G, added to the deal. This is definitely not Danny's first day, but this is Danny's first day of being
Hope you survived the
on
experience.
the show.
Is this
And
hazing? Are you guys hazing me?
Inside 3 minutes, we're talking about butt sex. So, it's proof that he's
I
him.
mean, that, as is tradition.
It's your fault.
Yeah, I think I'm being hazed.
Yeah, I think it is technically Danny's fault. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, Danny, I hope you don't mind, but like, this is part of it now. I think we can just say like,
Oh god.
you're the reason.
You know what?
For
I didn't make
everything.
Robo buy that book.
You're
I'll say
the
that.
reason for butt sex. You're my inspiration.
Let me
Talk
I
about
do like
the
making Danny.
fire.
I like making Danny uncomfortable because you just sit there like, okay, can we stop now? Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Saga.
I should
Look
leave.
at I
Let me
want to talk about
distract everyone.
Saga.
Let me
Okay, so you guys
distract
can talk
everyone.
Saga now. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Saga.
Hold up your
yes.
thing. See, that's all you gotta do if you want us to stop talking about butt sex. Hold up a
So-
Saga cover and boom.
Hot take on Saga 55. It's phenomenal, and it feels like it never left.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
awesome.
shouldn't be surprised because I haven't read it. And my LCS, who this is why I shouldn't be surprised, already doesn't like the title. We talked about this. He said that this book was great, but he said there's a stupid sex scene in it that he thought was really fucking dumb. I might have done that.
I can't remember.
Hmm.
Dan, can you find the sex scene in it and hold it up?
It's the
I
will.
can't remember.
It's when the will
Oh, that's
smashes.
right.
Can I
yeah.
ever?
Thanks.
Yeah, let's see it though. But cover the titties because we don't want to get.
No, don't cover the
All right,
titties.
hold on. Look, it's gonna be pretty difficult because it's a lot of panels.
Is there a pussy in it?
Here, I'll show you.
pussies, all the ussies.
Nice.
Was
I'll
there
tell you
anything like why would he not being against sex? He's not against sex, but like did it fit the theme? Did it fit in the storyline?
I thought it was great.
Okay.
The sex was perfectly placed. I mean, I had no complaints about it. It was awesome.
Here, hold
the
on.
whole story is
This
great.
one's also good. Oh,
I agree. Yeah.
Come again?
Can you show? Hey, Danny, show the part where she
Face.
says. Show the part where she says, "Do you want to fuck me?" And he's like, "No," and then Lion Cat's like,
oh yeah.
lying, because that was dope. This is an awesome page.
Loud as fuck too.
Oh yeah. See, the thing is, they've had
You do want to put your cock inside me, or is that not exactly what you've been after since the second we met?
It is
And he
clear
goes, "Nah."
she has an English accent. Do not ruin the voice.
And then he goes, "Nah." I mean, no. And then Lion Cat's like, lying.
I'm gonna do a reading one day.
Make me small again. There you go.
Look at Lion Cat. Lion Cat's face there, though, is like so gleefully fucking throwing him out there. He's like, lying.
Oh, that's the best part of that whole scene is like one of them says, "Can you ask him to leave?" And she's like, "I think he likes to watch." And then they fuck in front of the cat.
Yeah, more like fucking Wingman Cat.
Yeah. And they've had sexual tension forever. The whole series is nice. I reckon I agree with was it Dakota that said Saga writes sex well? Every sex scene I've seen makes sense and feels real.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so in love with Saga. Like, I literally just can't wait for the next issue. I'm so happy it's back.
It didn't miss a beat. Like they
didn't miss a beat.
They didn't miss a beat. And also the people were waiting for it because
that's right. Oh, that feels so good. Lying.
What am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. Can you get the fucking cat out of here?
Get the cat out of here.
That's why he doesn't like to have the cat around. He knows he's been burnt before.
Lion Cat would be annoying because, like, man, like all the time you'd be like, I gotta go take a shit. Lying. Like you're like sitting there like.
You say, like, excuse me, I gotta go pee. Lying. Fine, I gotta go take a shit.
Lying.
I will say people were waiting for this book because last week when I put up my review, it's like my most watched video in weeks.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I personally have been waiting. Like, I know Judah and I have been fucking talking behind the scenes going, how long till Saga? Like, and then when it came out, we were so excited to talk about it. I love where it's gone. And exactly what Judah said, it feels like it never left, even though it has skipped ahead and progressed. And it makes perfect sense. Everything, all the character stuff checks out. Yeah, all the art is so fucking good.
Robo doesn't like it.
What?
Doesn't like what?
Robo doesn't like Saga.
It just hasn't it hasn't grabbed me yet. I do state that I don't think I've given it enough time. Okay. Never said like
fair.
Now
sketchy.
Hate Saga. Got it.
I will say I read this book in trade. I read Saga in trade. So I just bought this because it was cool. But I do have this.
Ooh. The slipcover.
That's something. No, they're in volumes inside, though.
So
that's
the first 9 volumes in this nice case. My boy Gus.
I have those volumes sans the slipcover, but I've been thinking about getting the compendium just because it looks nice.
Yeah. And then inside there's some prints, like exclusive covers by Fiona Staples for each of the volumes. So I'll keep buying it in trade.
I want to get the compendiums just because I've never seen another comic book with breastfeeding on the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, I have that one. So much.
Saga's good.
It's so good.
Good comment.
Did you tribute it right?
So I was talking to Danny about this in the green room. Stop. Stop. Danny and I were talking in the green room while Robo was in the bathroom just rubbing out one. But we were talking about how the Will, we're supposed to not love the Will because he killed fucking Marco. So, but how can you not like him? He's such a likable. It's like weird that they put such a likable character in a position where we can't like him. And I don't know. I'm wondering how far they take that, or if they're going to bring him to like being one of the, I guess, the good guys of the story, or what. I don't know. What do you think, Ree?
What was the question?
I knew it.
It's because I was trying to ban that guy and I put his thing up on screen instead. My fat thumbs didn't do the thing.
Oh, so the Will killed Marco, and we don't like the Will because he's like been working with he's been working with the opposition the whole time, but he's also like inherently like a likable character. Like he saves the girl, he cares about the girl, he's like a caring positive character, you know what I mean? So like I feel like the writing makes you want to like him, but the circumstances make it almost impossible to like him. And I'm wondering if they're gonna what the terminus point of that is gonna be. Are they gonna bring him around or what?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be Jaime Lannister, where he gets a kind of I guess
Or like what's his name on The Walking Dead?
Disappointing redemption arc.
Disappointing redemption arc, yeah.
We're just gonna die under these rocks.
After accomplishing almost nothing. And
exactly.
Basically ghosting the only likable character on the show. So
so sad. But yeah, who would you, this is my question. I was reading it. I'm like, I wonder who Judah would cast as Will.
Kevin Costner.
You just had that right off the top of your head. That's amazing. See, I would have gone for someone like Jason Statham.
Oh.
Yes, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know why. I just he gives me those vibes.
I'm still
see it more so than Costner.
Jason Statham.
Nice.
I see that even more so than Kevin Costner. Well, because Kevin Costner's like kind of a ragged guy who used to be in really good shape, so that's kind of what I'm like picturing the Will as.
Okay, that makes sense.
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that.
What? You're still in good shape.
Making fun of old guys who used to be in good shape. Huh?
You're still in good shape. Look at you. You're gorgeous. But
when Daddy and Daddy fight,
you're light years ahead of Kevin Costner in fitness. I mean that. Sincerely.
I remember I was on a call. Okay, so I don't know if Robo can bring this up to screen share. If you look up Jason Statham diving, he used to be like almost an Olympic level diver, so like just diving into water and doing tricks and shit. He's always been super ripped, but he used to have hair, and I showed this to G and Dakota, this video where he's diving and he has hair, and it really fucking blew their mind. And now I'm like, oh, maybe I should show the boys.
I've never seen him with hair.
Yeah, it's really confusing. It's like, remember Bruce Willis? Bruce Willis used to have hair. Remember that?
What?
What about Jean Rene? What about Jean Rene as the Will?
John Benet Ramsey.
Ooh.
Jean Rene from The Professional, Leon the Professional.
His hair looks like almost Photoshop.
Forward travel on that dive on the left, Beverly boys. A bit pensive. Lying in 8th position. His forward 3.5 somersault with tuck.
That's not Jatham Statham. Jatham Statham.
Yeah.
Jason Statham.
Definitely Jason Statham.
Jatham.
Jason Statham is not having a good time. He's moved from.
Pause it on his dick. I want to see how big his.
11th. That's where he is now.
He'll show you a good time, mate.
Coach is the English coach, Kim White. Statham is in with 3.5. 2.5 somersault with Mike.
Dick. Oh.
Yeah, there was a dick print before. I just want to see what he's got.
Well, I mean, he's been in the pool a few times, Judah.
Oh yeah, wow, dude, that guy's packing an armadillo. Holy shit!
Yeah,
look at that thing.
Yeah, look like a little hedgehog there, and that's pool hedgehog.
Yeah,
damn, dude. Yeah, that's after shrinkage. Holy shit.
Yep.
Man.
I'm glad. I'm
Fine.
glad.
But he
If
has
this was-
hair.
Damn.
Yes.
If-
What we
if
watched
this-
that for? For sick, right?
Oh yeah.
If this was my
Um,
first day of school and I had to come back and tell my parents, so what did you do for school today, son? Your first day. Like, well, we learned about pussy and splooge and tributes and
Pussy.
pussy and
I know at the beginning of a
we
poem.
looked-
We learned
we
about
examined-
pussy and splooge and pussy.
we
Pussy.
examined Jason Statham's dig.
Yep. Yep. And you tell your parents, and it's not bad. It's not bad.
There's a reason. There's a reason one of his greatest movies is called Crank.
Crank too.
Heyo.
Is it Crank? It's Crank, right? Is that the one
Yeah,
where he's
Crank.
like,
He has to like do like the drugs and to stay alive.
it's
or some
fucking
shit.
good. It's
What's
such a good
adrenaline?
movie.
Yeah, he's gotta
Yeah,
keep his
no,
heart
he
rate
needs to
up.
like have
Speed,
adrenaline
it's
shots to
like
the
a
heart.
bus, it was a heart. And I
Yeah.
bet you the
Yeah.
person did that is like, all right, bus, right? Bus, right? Like has to be fast enough or it explodes. Like, all right. Think bus, right? All right. But it's his heart. Everybody's like, yeah, fucking throw money at this guy. All right, go ahead.
Some of my favorite action movies, by the way, Crank and Crank 2. I just think they're so creative and so
Yeah.
stupid, and I love them.
What about one
They're
where
really
he's having the scene where he's having sex and he has to kill other people because
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a good like sex while shooting a gun scene. They definitely
Who
got it right
doesn't?
nothing. That's,
Yeah.
that
Hey,
was a murder.
Mando. Book of Mando, real quick.
Book of
Book of
Mando 2.5, The Reckoning.
So,
spoiler warning.
so these last two episodes, we skipped last week, so we're gonna talk about the last two episodes.
Yes, go ahead.
They were fucking
Hold on,
phenomenal.
hold on.
episodes.
Episode 5.
We are talking spoilers. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Spoilers. Yeah.
We're going to
Womp, womp.
do Boba, and we're going to talk about Peacemaker right after. And then we're going to go to Force Diversity.
I
Okay,
would
so
say. Oh, go ahead, Ree. You.
I need to rant about episode 5 was directed by Bryce Dallas Howard, who directed 2 episodes of The Mandalorian and is also the lead actress in the Jurassic World movies, right?
She's super hot. Yeah. That one.
Super fucking hot, super fucking talented. It's not fair. Please be shit at like one thing. Anyway, she did a really good job with episode 5. I felt that was way better directed than episode 6, but that's not to say I didn't like episode 6. They were both fantastic. Episode 5 was great because it was like action. It was just cool fucking shit
Perfect.
after cool fucking shit. Yeah, it was like Darksaber fight in a fucking abattoir, then a Darksaber fight between Mandos, then a fucking ship being built montage,
Felt like
and
a
the ship
movie.
going into space. It felt like a full blown movie. There was so much fucking beautiful stuff in there, like when he's going up in the space freighter and he's like the kids there waving at him, and then like just flying through Tatooine. Oh my god! There were so many times where I was just sitting on the couch making noises like, yeah, yeah.
She needs to direct all the nerd
Aaron, just
shit.
get out of
Like,
your
that's straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my rant.
I
What did you
100%
think
agree with
of the last-
what
Go
Ree
ahead,
said.
Suda. Oh, just that? What Ree said?
I was saying I agree with what Ree said. I also think Bryce Howard needs to direct all the nerd shit. Fun fact: her dad is Ron Howard. That's true. But yeah, that it was fucking awesome. Those last two episodes are
She
great.
did it all while running in heels.
The trick with episode 5 is that they managed to cram, like Ree said, so much shit into 1 hour of television, and yet there was so much space. It was so spacious. There were so many times when you could catch your breath and develop the characters and the story. And it really took its time, even though it covered so much ground. I don't really know how they did it. I mean, it's kind of movie magic right there. But yeah fucking phenomenal.
So 5 is not this one. The 5 is the one from last week, right?
5 is last week.
Right.
Yeah.
6
Also,
this week.
all the catch up, like I've been so, I don't know if you have felt the same way, but since Mando season 2 ended, I've been so curious to see what happens next. And so getting answers to that was really satisfying. Also, him like seeing his son, his boy again, was really like emotionally poignant and felt very samurai in amongst all that bamboo when he's like looking at him and decides to walk away. And
I hate it.
You hate it?
I hate it. I hate it.
Be-
Yeah.
Before,
Team story, I hate it. I hate it.
I
before
hated it
we
too
move
when it was
episode
happening.
5,
Yeah.
I just
We
want to
did
say
have a
my
big
2
argument.
favorite bits. My 2 favorite bits of episode 5. When
Yeah.
he has to check in all his weapons because he doesn't have a ship, right? So he's got to take public transportation.
Yeah.
And he's got to check in all his weapons, and it's like it felt like when Michael Scott is doing like the bit where he's got to give out all his guns, and he just keeps pulling weapons out of nowhere. And then
That's great.
I think they all
what's
do it
the
either.
name of the actress?
That was the joke.
The mechanic when she said she dated fucking Jawa, because you know
I
that was
fucking
a
love that
improv,
shit.
and they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, keep it in. That shit is good.
And
Yeah.
immediately it showed the sex.
And then now you got to update the Wookiee. The Wikipedia's got to be updated that Jawas can be hairy, because it's all canon. It's all canon.
Very hairy, apparently.
Wait. Back up like 8 seconds. What happened? She said what? What
She said she dated a Jawa.
and
Yeah, remember?
And
that he was
they're
really hairy.
oh, okay.
Under all that stuff, under all that, I mean, it's gotta be rough living in the desert if it's hairy.
Yeah.
If you're hairy.
And that stuff on? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Packing a
Yeah,
cannon,
so-
though.
And of course the Naboo starfighter. I mean, fuck, come on.
That was sexy as
Which
shit.
we agreed was most likely the same Naboo starfighter that Anakin flew in The Phantom Menace.
I
Now,
think
this
I
is
saw some
probably
video that it was like a different sequence. Like some nerds found the serial number or whatever, and it's a different one. And it would make sense because Anakin's probably would have been. I don't think he landed in Tatooine, right?
You just got Baynard again, Robo.
I don't give a
But he did go through the same canyon as the pod races because you can still see the gate being crashed and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna find this out.
That's interesting.
5 minutes while I figure out if the Naboo starfighter belonged to Anakin or not.
So predictions going forward with Book of Boba Fett.
wait. What's Grogu gonna choose? That's my question. What's Grogu gonna choose?
He's gonna choose Mando for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to. I think Luke is giving him the same question that Yoda gave him when, do you want to go save your friends and leave Dagobah without your training being complete, or do you want to stay here and be a Jedi? And I think Luke is doing that on purpose, because he knows what the choice is gonna be. Right?
It's like a teaching moment,
like
kind of.
The whole episode was just mirroring the time in Dagobah with Luke and Yoda training.
Even with the backpack shit, which did make my heart like my heart was like, oh, that's so cute.
That's cute. I could just, all I heard was that fucking song, that run, jump. I could be a backpack while you run, swing from a hairy vine. That's all I could hear while I was watching it, but it was really fun and cute. And I just love the practical effects so much. It's so like heartwarming to see him walking around. Him getting force picked up by Luke as he's walking around, like the little scoops. Oh,
I love that.
That's so fucking cute.
The Luke Uncanny Valley shit was noticeable, but less so than Leia in Leia and Tarkin in Rogue One. So they've clearly improved something there.
They hired the guy that did the last season when we saw him. Somebody did like a deep fake, and then it looked better than that. So Lucasfilm's like, "Oh, come work for us. Don't make fun of our content. Just come work for us, and then do it for us." So like,
so he wasn't even CGI. He was.
No, he was. I'm talking about like last season when we saw him. There was a lot of. I think people said there was more Uncanny Valley. So some guy on YouTube, he did his own edit, and did their own he put his own like deep fake of Luke, and people like that. They're like, "Oh, this looks a lot better than the real thing." So Lucasfilm's just like, "Hey, you come work for us. You could do this. Like, you're good at this. Do it for us." And then,
did anybody else have any problem with the audio for Luke?
No. Why is that? What was the problem?
I felt like
I know which part you're talking about.
Honestly, it was kind of the whole thing. It was go on.
Oh no! It's just he's like coming off. He's like coming from off camera, and you hear his voice while watching his back as he walks through, and it sounds super fake and like not there.
Yeah.
So every time he talked, it was it was a different. I couldn't put my finger on it, but it wasn't how like Mandalorian talked. Like you could tell who was talking on set, and which one was the dub of someone pressing play on a thing that was trying to sound like.
Yeah,
something was off with it, and then even his lines were like very like, because an actor is going to sit there and there's a tiny bit of ad-libbing in the inflection and the way you talk, trying to naturally because you're acting, but then you have like these lines being read that are going to just be hard. There's going to always be those lines because they're digital to sound like young Luke Skywalker, and it's like, no, you cannot do that. You have to look inside. and it's just
Rebel.
very like I've read my line, and it's got I don't know.
You should go check out the new Rockstars breakdown. The same channel you showed us that trailer. They did a breakdown of the episode, and he talks about why they do that. Because the way we talk, there's some letters that are more in the front of our mouth, which looks a lot worse when it's like faked. And there's some letters that are in the back of our mouth where it's easier for the team to shoot up straight up in the face, and it's not as noticeable. But he does a
That
really
is
good
fucking
explanation of that.
fascinating.
But
That's
but
interesting.
I
I
think
didn't know that.
I agree. They shot a lot of stuff that was ADR where you couldn't see his face while he was talking on purpose.
Yeah.
To minimize
that's
the
like
moving mouth.
That's a thing I've been told from a lot of trans friends about, like training your voice to pass is like men speak more in the back of their mouth and women speak more in the front, or something like that. I could be getting that back to front, but you have to kind of reframe how you say words.
Yeah, and it's definitely Hamill, right? He's credited, and he's a good voice actor, so I don't think that's the issue.
Yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
from the back of my mouth right now.
Can we?
Now I'm talking from the front of my mouth.
Looks so
Yeah.
fake.
I
It
don't-
looks so fake.
Yeah, you get it. You get it. Can we talk about Bane?
Do you think Hamill could have sounded like his 20-year-old self?
Man,
He's
I
got a
don't
raspy
know.
voice now. I don't know, man.
Yeah, no way. Dude
Yeah, I
is
don't
like
know.
60.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe if
something.
he sucked on a
Yeah.
balloon or something.
He definitely still records the lines, but they do like they
He's a
T-paint it.
great voice actor, but nobody can sound like their 20-year-old self.
Cad Bane was fucking great, by the way.
Cad Bane was fucking great, but
Dude.
there was a meme. So what'd you say? Who is?
No, Cad Bane. That's me being
Oh,
excited.
Cad Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. So I don't know if you guys saw the same meme, but you know how he like shows up through the haze in the desert? So he's
Yeah.
supposed to
Love
be like he's supposed to be in like his 70s at this point. And the meme is like when you forego taking a vehicle to the fight because you want to look cool in your entrance and you have to walk all that way through the desert.
Worth it for the shot, man.
Dude, and Cobb Vanth is one of my favorite characters. Like anything Timothy Olyphant is on,
Yeah.
I'm on board.
The Cod Vanth / Cad Bane, God, these names. Like showdown, it was like straight out of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah.
Just the whole way it was framed. That one shot that you get from every standoff where you see like the back of one guy's legs with the other guy in front of him.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just fucking great. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He looks so good.
Yeah.
He looked so good. He looked so good.
And there were people bitching about like how he wasn't blue enough. I'm like, shut up. I'm about to punch you.
Fuck off.
He's also older, right? He's older. As we age, we lose our
And
pigmentation.
I'm okay
and
with
stuff.
you know what? I'm okay with real life skin. Like I'm trying to make it look like the real world, not looking like a fucking cartoon. Like
And
it's
like-
gonna be fucking different.
And like some people, I'm sure some of them like, dye their skin to keep that thick blueness, but he's aging gracefully. You know what I
Well,
mean?
he's
Like,
also a little dry. It's Tatooine, like moisture and stuff.
Just for men.
it's dry. It's very dry.
Yeah, he's
there.
dry. He's a little dry.
All right, so check this out. I'm gonna go ahead and say 99.99 debunked because it is a different side. But the symbol, I hate when like, where did I find it? Oh, I already went past it. But in the article, like there's this fucking all this shit about it when really the debunking happens at the end in 2 pictures. Like, you could have just showed me the 2 pictures, right? So there's this one, and then there's this one, and it's different.
Right. They're
But
different.
this is on her right, and this is on the left. Maybe it is different things on,
We can all read that, right?
And we know that in Star Wars they don't have the technology to like erase stuff, so it has to be.
Danny, I can't read that. Can you read that, Danny? What's it say?
It says not Anakin's ship.
Yeah. So
Well, not
in
this
the,
one, the other
in the
one.
article that they did, they actually did. Let's see. If it'll,
And
Does it actually
also-
say that in the translation?
no,
that would be
but there is an alphabet on here, and so like people are trying to crack the code to figure out like what it says.
Yeah. DJ Spider-Man's also
That like
saying
ZF, and it was Mephisto or something like that.
it. Yeah,
And,
it says Mephisto's here. I also really like. I didn't know why Cad Bane had those tubes in his why he used
assume
tubes?
because he's an alien who needs whatever
No.
those tubes.
I don't know, man.
You know what
Make
it's
it
for?
70 without tubes.
It's so that Jedi can force choke him.
What?
Because
it
he
really?
was at some point he was a Jedi like he was a Jedi hunter, like that was his main bounty.
Back in
That was
TCW.
so fucking cool.
No,
That's
wait,
cool.
It's not that cool. Why would that stop a show?
Well,
Why would
because
it-
it's hard. It's hard, so you can't force choke that hard. I don't know. Some people can't.
But the
I don't
tubes
know,
are
man.
going to here, right?
Maybe they go all the way in. That's why
So
you got
the
that
force-
raspy voice.
The force, when you force choke someone, the force is actually shaped like an invisible hand. You can't see it.
And it's so awkward. It's like,
So it's like, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it.
here.
What's all these tubes? You know, I'm just trying to choke a guy, and I got all these tubes. You know,
Put the tube on the neck.
yeah. People say the world is going down the tubes. I want to see these tubes. You know,
Oh yeah, we're laughing at the same thing. Fuck. Sorry.
Shit. My bad.
Wow,
Dude,
wow, Danny.
I was asking because I was thinking about getting some.
Yeah, to prevent the force chokes.
I would
Can you
force
put
choke
this
my
on
own
next
chicken.
episode? Next episode, come on with just some like silver spray painted toilet rolls attached to your fucking neck.
You know what? I'm gonna work on my
Checkmate,
Cad
Jedi.
Bane. I'm gonna work on my Cad Bane outfit for the Halloween stream.
So
All right, so let's have a quick one. I guess we're not going to talk about Peacemaker. And that's okay because I mean, Bree, are you watching it? Are you all caught up?
So I've watched the first two with
Mhm.
Dane, and I have to say, first of all, it's great.
Yes.
Second of all, there is so much stuff that I laugh at. Like, I know there's a lot of jokes in there, and some are hit and miss depending on your taste. But in the second episode, when he fucking falls over and over again and smashes into things, it just really fucking got me. And I've been thinking about it all week and giggling at it.
It is absolutely. I found out like it's my humor. It's my humor, and it's the same. Yeah, I don't know. I can't put my finger in it. It's just I love it.
Is it cringe humor?
No, it's
Did you
literally
put
funny.
my finger in it?
It's not. Is that not the saying? In the United States, finger in it. That's what.
It's the episode I just saw had Vigilante, and he
so
sounds
good.
so much. He sounds so much like Adam Scott. The whole I don't know why. I don't know who's playing him.
Best
But-
character in the show.
He's
Best
so
character.
So good. Like there's their whole conversation with each other, and then the joke at the end where it pans across and they're like fucking the same chick that he had in the like hostage situation earlier. It's so fucking funny and stupid. I love it so much. But yeah, go ahead, spoil it. I'm way behind, so if you want to talk
Well,
about
no. We don't have time to spoil it, but I do want. I would love if you all were caught up by next Thursday.
Okay.
When we start our new show, because I would love to talk about it. And I promise you, Judah, just like me and Saga, where you just know I'm gonna love it, you're gonna fucking love this.
Yeah.
Judy's gonna
let's be right.
love.
It's gonna it's and I'm not saying that like, oh, I love it, so you're gonna love it. I just know your humor and I know what you like. And
We started talking about pussy at the beginning, so you're gonna like the show.
On a scale of 1 to, let's say, cum tribute, how much do you think I'm gonna love it?
Yeah, come tribute.
Cum tribute. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna
right.
watch it and you'll be like, I fucking love this show, and then you're gonna like yeah. Here's what I would like to take the last 5 minutes to do. I would like to take the last 5 minutes to everybody. When you come, does it make fart sounds? That's when mine does. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all the air behind it.
Clapping like really fast.
It sounds like the whistling thing
like-
from the Mando.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
Oh my! Do not even start. I'm so good at making that noise. Hang on, wait. Ooh, woo, woo, woo,
Oh, yeah.
woo.
Weirdo, dude. If I was, oh, by the way, wow, fucking sorry, koalas doing their fucking howl thing.
Yeah, they're pretty scary. Hey.
That is scary as fuck. Has anybody ever
Yeah.
heard that? If I
Okay,
didn't
so
know what a koala was, and I saw that, I'm like, oh, look at that, and he did the and it's just fucking like,
okay,
You want to
Here's-
look it up
here's the
while we do
story.
all this other stuff, and we'll take
Yeah.
we'll go out and koalas.
you should find a video of it. But while you do that, I want to tell you this story about my dad. I don't know if I've told you this before or not. He moved states before I was born, and when he moved states, they told him that there was a zoo that used to be around where we lived, and these panthers escaped. And there were panthers in this pine forest near where we lived. And he was like, okay, all these dudes are fucking with me. That's fine. It's just a joke. Then he went home to me and my sister and his babies and his wife, and he heard this fucking koala noise outside, and he's like, "Oh shit, there are fucking panthers in here." They sound so scary.
There you go. I'm trying to get.
Australia's a hellscape.
Dude, I was helping my sister move weights the other day, and I got bitten by a green ant twice under my dress.
Green ant?
Green ant?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Green ants are the worst.
Is that better or worse than red ants?
I've never heard of a green ant in my life.
On the ant scale, where do they rank above red ants?
On a scale from like 0 to cum tribute.
Yeah.
What do red ants do? Do they kill you or do they just hurt?
They hurt a lot.
They hurt a lot. But there are like African red ants that can kill you because of the venom or something.
Yeah. Only if you're a big pussy though.
Not in the United States.
The American ones just talk shit about you.
So green ants
kill you? Oh, sorry.
Green ants, I don't think they can kill you, but they do what they do is they bite you first and then they spit venom all over it, so you get like double hurt, and it is really painful. So
I'm just gonna say I don't like your setup on that. So I was like, we don't have those. We have red ants. And like, what do red ants do? Kill you? And then I was like, oh, why? What do yours do? Oh, they don't kill.
Can you kill a green ant?
Green ants kidnap you, get a ransom, and then they still kill you.
Can you kill a green ant by pinching it?
Yeah, for sure.
But not on St. Patty's Day. You can't pinch it on St. Patty's
That's
Day.
right. Not on St. Patty's Day. How did you know?
You're supposed to. Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. You got it wrong. All right, so check this out. Oh no! Look, no. We need to do the setup. Hold on. Just a little bit. Stop bellowing. There we go. Little cute guy, right? Never seen one in your life. Never heard one. Oh, I'm gonna go pet that thing. Oh yeah, I'm running. I've shit myself twice and I ran. I've never not wanted to have a pet like that ever in my life. I've always said I wanted a koala. Never. No. That's
yeah, they legit. Like I've heard that's the mating call, and then the women are like, "Ree!" They sound like a dying cat, and so you hear those two together when they're chasing each other around trying to fuck.
Give me an old priest and a young priest. Am I right?
I kind of wanted to talk about the final scene. We'll do a speed round thing, right? Speed round. What did you think about Luke fuckface Skywalker giving an ultimatum to Baby Yoda?
I've always been inclined to think that Luke doesn't have his shit together as much as what everyone argues. He seems to like be flailing by the seat of his pants a lot of the time, and just like cleaning up his mess as he goes. But that's fine because I'm also like that. I think that some of this, again, he's just like kind of winging it and trying to go with his gut.
Okay. All right.
I think that, like, I think I mentioned earlier, but I think he's just giving him the same choice Yoda gave him in Dagobah. And Luke knows that it can be okay.
Abuse others. Yeah, no, I get it.
It'll be okay.
Hurt people.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't bother me as much as you guys, which that's cool because everyone's different. But the way I kind of interpreted it is like, he's giving him like a test. Like, we don't really know what the intent is, and I think that's by design. But it could be that Baby Yoda, which is what I'm forever going to call him, by the way, so don't
100%.
at me. But Baby Yoda is maybe I'm certain he's going to pick Mando. And I think that there's a chance that maybe that's even what he's supposed to pick as per this Luke test that's come about. I think that's what he's supposed to do.
He's the
there was a little bit of chatter that this was like proof that the Jedi were a cult because he's using manipulation. I don't 100% agree to that. I don't think Baby Yoda
culty, right? Like cultish.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, I mean, Baby Yoda doesn't have to be there, and he's not entitled to a lightsaber. He's not entitled to Jedi training. He's there. He's there by consent. He could leave. He's not a prisoner. So I don't necessarily think like it's not like Luke's dangling food in front of him or medical needs or something or family. He's just dangling like this cool lightsaber and some Jedi training in front of him. and
I mean,
letting him choose between that and going
Well,
to save his friend.
and
You know,
angle eternal damnation and separation from your family.
Yeah.
but I don't.
And
But I don't think that's the same as eternal damnation. I don't think a cool lightsaber and you get to learn all these awesome skills
No,
is
I'm
the
just
same
saying
as
that
your soul
it's
will
also
burn.
not food, right? It's not food
Right,
and
right.
water. Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Luke,
Right.
Luke did,
I don't think the carrot is enough of a necessity for it to qualify as manipulation. That is all I'm saying.
Luke did say,
Okay.
like, look, I'm not teaching him anything. I'm just helping him relearn and unlock everything he's already learned. This dude is the same age of Baby Yoda is the same age as Anakin. He's learned more shit than than Luke ever did, right? From the Jedi Order. So he's just helping him unlock that. So I don't think he knows that he doesn't need him.
Yeah. I don't know. I do appreciate the discourse on it though. Like it is kind of an interesting way to look at it. Not how it hit me, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean the way that I looked at it was like this, and me and Judah went to text, and it went on for like another hour.
Yeah.
It was great. It was good. It was
good.
And I think where I got was like one thing that Judah mentioned is like that's different from. And I know I said that's not the thing, but there is a thing, right? There, and it was the Force is real. I'm like, okay, so the Force is real. And so in my bullet points of what cults do, and then here's what the Jedi do, there's a lot of similarities. Some of them there's a lot of correlation there. But one of the bullets I decided I'm okay with taking away. In real life cults, they try to separate you from your family and the people who care for you, so that they can maintain control over you. That's what real life does. But if the Force is real, and out of thousands of years of the Force, we have established that having connections and coupled with becoming more powerful in the Force, there is a too high of a chance. It doesn't have to be 100%. Too high of a chance of you going to the dark side. That we can't take that chance. Now, here's still where my problem lies. So what that does is bullet point of separating from your family. Okay, we can take that off the table because not separating from your family can create a Sith. Okay, got it. But you don't have to fucking talk in riddles all the time. You can go, hey, so check this out. If we teach you the Force and you're going to be powerful with it, and you don't give up connections, that's super dangerous. Because here, let me tell you about the Sith. And oh, by the way, I saw how you really want to go with the Mando guy. Sorry, here's the rules. Can't have connections like that. It's very dangerous. Let me tell you about this guy. And so here's what I need you to do. I need you to take a couple of days. I need you to really think, do you want to be here? Because if you don't, I'm okay with that. Here's your chain mail, and we'll get you to your friend. If you do, then I need you to get rid of the chain mail because it's just going to keep you attached and we can go. But instead, he goes, you have this one. Belong to Master Yoda.
Look how cool.
Yeah, or the chainmail. Pick one. But if you pick the Mandalorian, you have to go away forever. And that's mind fucking you. That's the part that I'm like, stop. Just fucking.
It depends. It depends on what you consider the lightsaber and the Force to be. Is it like this necessity thing that he's really like how much of a mind fuck is that? It's just a thing. You know what I mean? It's not like his eternal fate of his eternal soul. You know.
I mean, this entire thing to me is, I don't know if you agree or disagree, it's representative of like a monk's order, right? And so like the lightsaber is the key and the Force is the key to spiritual awakening and self-actualization, which is something that we all inherently desire, right? Is that safe saying? Sorry, Robo.
Yes.
Yeah.
My only thing about that, because now I'm trying to stay in the Star Wars world, but if we are going to use that as an example, I would say that Buddhist monks who tell their people, if you want to be in this temple, if you want to train with us, you must cut off your family, because A, I don't believe that the Nirvana is real, and then B, I believe it's a way to control their people. So because the Force isn't real in the real life, I think that's bad.
So it seems like your, and correct me if I'm wrong, your kind of perspective on it is kind of centered on the coercive aspect of like, he's not telling him why he's doing this. He's just giving him this decision and trying to guide him to make what he thinks might be the right decision. The question I have is, well, we kind of talked about this offline on text, but like the wax on, wax off factor of like, we don't know really what Luke wants him to choose. Maybe as this is a training moment where Luke acknowledges the failures of Jedi past, and he actually wants him to like choose to go take the chainmail and help Mando out. In which case, like, he's Mr. Miyagiing him. There will be a teaching moment later where he comes clean and he's honest about like why this all happened. But for now, as part of the training, he's giving him this sort of like nebulous choice to make. So
it's also
if that's the case,
it's the same choice in Lone Wolf and Cub, right? Like they have the baby pick a toy or the sword, and it's just a baby, and it doesn't. I mean, it plays more towards the whole. It goes back to that because Mandalorian, when it started, and it really is just Lone Wolf and Cub.
Exactly.
So.
It's that exactly that same inspiration. But what was I going to say? Luke, I think, is going to be more explored in Obi-Wan as well, and I think it is going to be his evolution from being fully absorbed in the Jedi Order to discarding it.
Blue milk, Luke.
Yeah, I think so. I'm hoping we'll get to see little Luke in Obi. Well, I could be wrong. That's just like what I'm feeling is going to happen.
Yeah. And Danny, I think I forget. Yeah, Danny is what you said. I would say that is an actually very important part of this equation here that I actually haven't said. Surprisingly, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Is the youthful aspect of Baby Yoda. Now, if this was like a different timeline, 100 years later or 80 years later, so they did it to where Grogu's like pretty much an adult, and Luke's like, you need to pick one, lightsaber or the deal. I think that's way different than the thing that almost fucking ate a frog because he was hungry in the middle of meditation. Like,
yeah,
I love that
and
part.
He unlocked some of his memories, right? So he knows like,
which is also like not abusive at all. That's cool. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the deal. I pinned the. Does anybody have anything else to say before we go?
I just want to real quick, quick plug. Because I love plugs. Look, we are one away from 500.
You did it. You did that. Go ahead.
We are one subscriber away from 500, so we can unlock the community tab.
One subscriber.
So if anybody in the chat is not subscribed to our channel,
has to not be subscribed. Hold on.
So Danny, when you agreed to come on here, we didn't know that you were just kind of trying to hijack our platform.
That's really what it was.
So if you could just kind of like dial it down a little, that'd be great.
Look, I'm just trying to get on Blurred's channel next.
That's it.
You're just hopping.
But the reason, once we get to 500, we're gonna make. Well, we're all gonna watch it, but we're gonna make our co-host watch Old Boy, the American remake, because he loves the manga. And the American remake, Old Boy's already a fucked up story to begin with.
Fucked.
And the American remake it's not very good. I think it's even more fucked up. So yeah, we're gonna watch that. Probably not this weekend, even if we get the 500 subs. But somebody fart.
Yeah.
Who? Who did that? Who the fuck did that? Ree, that was so nasty.
Was that a koala?
You almost got this face too, because I was confused. I looked at the screen. Just fucking fart.
Anyway, go hit the link. Subscribe.
Hey, you got your 500 Drums of the Serpent Dakota.
Woo!
You got your 500. Now you can make it.
Thank you, everyone.
Give me the fucking link.
Lots of fun shit over there too. But yeah, I'm glad to be here as well.
All right. Hey, so next week, Thursdays, 9 o'clock, Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing the show. And I put the link in there. It's pinned. We are out of here. Go jump over to the next chat because we're all going to go over there. And we'll be on the show. And then there's an announcement that he's going to make. And
Yay!
Like it.
Yay.
I love you all. And I'm going to talk slowly while I go find the outro thing. There it is. Okay, bye.
What's up, friendly neighborhood nerds? If you want to hear interviews from industry pros, get first looks, and have access to comic content, wake up. Please wake up. You're in a coma. Your mother misses you.